all the way from Colorado. Put your hands together for Dede Laugesen, President of Save the Persecuted Christians.
Hello, everybody. Are you happy to be here? I just want to thank the Lord. God, thank you for this glorious day. Lovely bit of wind breezing through and the shade for some people to stand in, and those who are out here in the sun baking. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for Nigeria. I am the president and CEO of Save the Persecuted Christians. I'm a woman from Colorado. I'm born and raised in Colorado, and I'm a mom to 6 kids and married to my lovely husband for 30 years. So I have no real reason to be here for Nigeria other than that the Lord called me, and he has not yet released me. I am here because when I heard that ordinary families just like you and me, and in Nigeria everybody speaks English because they were a British colony. So everybody speaks English, just like you and me. We can converse and understand each other's families. It's all the same. A family in Nigeria is the same as my family in Colorado. And these families in Nigeria, I heard, were being attacked on a daily basis. Terrorists come into farming communities and they just start shooting guns, high-powered weaponry that is not supposed to be allowed to even be in the communities in Nigeria because Nigeria doesn't have a Second Amendment like the United States. Nigerians are disarmed, except for the terrorist groups, the bandits, the so-called bandits that move through these communities highly armed. And so there's obviously an issue in Nigeria in terms of governance with regards to security to disarm those terrorists. They come in every day to some community in some state in Nigeria, multiple different communities every day suffering this, come in blazing guns, people running, machetes flying, and they don't care if it lands on the head of an infant, a toddler, a woman, an elderly person. When they come through and the elderly are there or they're handicapped, they torch them, they kill them, they have no mercy. And I can't imagine being an American living in comfort, peace, security for the most part, and experiencing that kind of anxiety every single day for your children, for your brothers, for your sisters, for your aunts, your uncles. And that is every day in Nigeria. There is no safe place in Nigeria. The terrorists have come into Abuja. They are pushing south towards Lagos. They are entering into schools and taking school children into the forests, and nobody's going to rescue them. Nobody. Thousands of school children have been abducted over the past 10 years. Many times the government negotiates with the terrorists, pays them some money, and they come back. But the Christians always get left behind, like Leah. This security situation needs to be addressed, and thankfully more police are coming into the scene. Nigeria doesn't have local policing. They're just now passing that through their legislation. But that local policing means that until now, all policing has been at the federal level. The people who are policing your community don't care about your community. You don't even know where they came from. And so thankfully there's reform happening that'll bring local security, people who care about that community into that community to police. That'll make a big difference. Yeah. But until the people who have been abducted are returned, nothing will change for Nigeria. There is an industry of kidnapping for ransom in Nigeria where they will begin softening a community by taking people out of the community and forcing the community to pay these ransoms. They will bankrupt the community with these ransoms, and then whoever is left will be attacked and taken or killed. And so there are literally thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Nigerians in the forest all over the Middle Belt and up into the north. I call it an open-air Auschwitz.
Yes.
This open-air Auschwitz
Yes.
needs to be attended to. People need to recognize that what happened in Germany is the same thing that's happening pretty much to the people of Nigeria. They're being taken off into these forests, and they're having these terrorists torment them every single day. They starve them to death. They burn plastic bottles and drip it on children who are tied up, and watch them get up off their feet and run around because they've been hit with the hot plastic that's melting on them, or that they're tied to a hot rock and made to sit with nothing on their, no clothes on their genitals, onto a hot rock. You cannot do this to people. This is happening to the children of Nigeria. They're stuck in those forests and nobody is going after them. Nobody cares. And I've been sitting here since 2018 watching what's happening in Nigeria, and everybody wants to say, Muslim, Christian, it's not happening. I don't care. It is happening. I've been there. I've held those children in the IDP camps. They're living on the dirt. There is no government sustenance or aid coming to help them. There's no water because the government of Nigeria does not recognize that they exist. I've seen them. 11, 13 million, whatever you want to put the number on it, each one is cherished. Each one matters. Each child came into this world and instantly came into terror and horror. And people of goodwill everywhere need to respond to what's happening in Nigeria, and not just Nigeria, across Africa. And I'm going to tell you why. 80% of those persecuted around the world are persecuted because of Islamic oppression.
Yes.
The World Watch List will tell you it's Islamic oppression. And until Islam reforms, Islam is the only religion in the world left that says, if you leave this religion, we will kill you. It is beholden, every Muslim, it's beholden upon them because of Sharia law that they must kill the apostate. They must kill the blasphemer. And in Nigeria, you have a mix of law. Here in the United States, we have one law. We've got the Constitution, and that's what you get, and that's what works. Nigeria allowed itself to bring in that second level of law, Sharia. And Sharia, all 8 schools of Islamic jurisprudence agree that apostates should be killed. It's the base, it's the root, it's the violence, it's the reason. Because if all Muslims need to kill the person who left or the person who offended them, there's no safe space for that kind of offense. Islam must reform for the grace of the world, for civilization, and that's my call. If you cannot name the issue, you cannot come to the solution. Thank you, everybody.